and I look across the water. And I think of all the things, what you're doing. And in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, where my body's been a mess. And I miss your kinky hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Valerie, Valerie, Valerie.
Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? Did you go and get a tan? Hope you find the right man who will fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Oh, are you busy? Did you have to verify you were dodging all that time? Are you still dizzy? Well, since I've come on home, where my body's been a mess, and I miss your kinky hair, the way you like to dress, baby. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie.
Well, baby, I'll be sitting here waiting on you to come home again.
Good morning. Good morning.
I won't leave.
I don't know if LB made it. She probably fell asleep. It's so late there.
By your side, to protect you and to love you and to be with you for life. Come on home to me,
Charlie.
Valerie.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a transition.
Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Come on, Charlie.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. Yeah. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away. Palm trees, beach views, ordinary day. All I want is inefficiency on the plane. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. Thinking we should. We don't really want to. I just want to get away. Sit right next to you. I don't want to kiss you. Yeah, I just want to feel you. Feel you. I want you around. I want you around.
So I was listening to Saltwater Heels, and the last thing that she was talking about was, don't be going around telling everybody you're a broke bitch. You're bringing that shit on yourself. And I couldn't agree more. And yet I don't do that. I need to listen. I need to listen better. She's right. Don't go walking around telling everybody you're a broke ass bitch. It doesn't matter if you are or not. You just shut the fuck up, bitch. She's right. She's right. I got schooled this morning in a good way. And then, what else was I going to say? Oh, no, it's wipey wet. Hold on. Who needs a towel when you got sleeves? How old am I? Okay, anyway, I put in the description box. There were 2 readers I was listening to, but I was like half asleep. And there was actually a few readers I was listening to. I had this whole little playlist I was listening to this morning. And I use readings, like I'll choose them based on their titles, which is horrible for me because I never use titles on my videos, which I really should go back and do. I don't know why. I'm just a lazy bitch. So I like pick them based on their titles, and I'll use them as like mantras or meditations or affirmations of like things that I want to feel coming into fruition or things that I want to process out, you know? Anyway, I can't remember who it was. I'm pretty sure it was one of those 2. Spiritual Luxe Oracle or Futuristic Eye. There's 2 really cool readers. Different styles, different types of readings, but like I just like them for like love affirmational type of readings, and also get that money, you know, like success-based ones. And also there's some really good like healing videos they do, like, you know, those motherfuckers aren't gonna get away with this, you know, that kind of stuff, which feels good too. Hey, Lucky. So, you know, I was listening to them, and one of the things, I can't remember who it was that said it, and I tried to go back and find it, but I couldn't. So I gave up, and I just referenced both of them in the description box below. But the gist of what one of them was saying was, you can give the same, like 2 people can have the exact same blessing presented to them, and it can go 2 totally different ways. It can turn into a nightmare for one or a blessing for another. Like you can give 2 people an opportunity, and it could be a blessing for one or a nightmare for somebody else. And it's all based on that person, what they are like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, what they, you know, where their education is. Like that's the mental part, right? Can they do it? Can they physically do it? Can they emotionally handle it? And can they spiritually navigate when things don't go their way, right? So let's say 2 people could get the exact same type of job at the exact same type of company, making the exact same type of money in the exact same socioeconomic lifestyle living areas, right? Like, so let's just duplicate the situation, right? For just example's sake. And they're different people. Could be the same type of person too, same physical build, same background, same physical body, same, right? And they could have 2 totally different experiences. One could end up skyrocketing to the top and doing really well, or getting bonuses and doing this and doing that, and you know, quitting and starting their own company and, you know, using it as a jumping off point. And somebody else could use it as a trap, you know, a prison where they feel stuck. Like, oh, they don't pay me that well, and I can't afford to do this, and I can't do that, and this is that, and this is that. I have noticed that based on my mentality will determine how it's going to go at wherever I'm at. Relationships, friendships, work situations. You could give 2 people winning lottery tickets for the same amount of money. And for one person, it could be the biggest curse of their life, and they'll regret winning the lottery. And the other person could save the world. I mean, that's a little extreme, but I'm just saying, like, it's fascinating to me. You can give 2 people the same opportunity. It's not the opportunity, right? Oh, I remember what they were talking about. They were talking about somebody being jealous. Maybe it wasn't them, but I thought maybe it was. It was like somebody being jealous. Maybe it was Spiritual Luxe Oracle. It was about somebody being jealous of an opportunity that you will be, the viewer would be receiving, right? And they have the opportunity, and they'd be jealous of you getting the opportunity. And it was like jealous of the experience. And the point was, you're jealous of their blessing, right? But if you were given the exact same scenario, exact same person, it might not be a blessing for you. And it got me thinking about partnerships and our discussion yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember, but we were kind of getting into this deep dive of just because somebody's not good for you doesn't mean they're not good for somebody else, right? Just because you're shitty with someone doesn't mean you're going to be shitty with somebody else. And it's recognizing that and being okay and appreciating the fact that God's rejection is God's protection, first of all. And second of all, if you're too busy being blocked up by this perceived thing that you don't want to let go of, or you want to achieve, or this exact person that you want, or whatever, you're blocking your own blessing that's really, truly meant for you. Like my Nana says, reason, season, or lifetime. It's okay that not everybody is a lifetime. It's okay that not everybody is a season. It's okay that not everybody is a reason. It's okay. I'm okay, you're okay. We're all good. I love this song. How beautiful you are. I know you're a star. Follow no matter how far. Well, you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. If you love me, won't you? Ooh, if you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? Oh. He did a duet with her, H-E-R, her, all caps, of this song, Best Part. It's so good. The first time I heard this song was when I was going to Griffith College in Dublin. And my friend Obad introduced me to Colors, which is a YouTube channel. And I've shared it with you guys loads of times. And it's where artists from all over the world sing in their own languages. And it's just like one colored backdrop. And it's fucking phenomenal. The talent that comes out of every corner of the planet is just phenomenal. It's a cool channel, It's similar to Tiny Desk, I guess, but Tiny Desk is usually like a whole set, and Colors is like one song. It's just really cool. Anyway, so this is a sad song. I think it's Avril Lavigne, isn't it? You are the only exception. The only exception. Soul, I'm not crying. We've got to find out.
a comfortable distance. Up until now, I had sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness. 'Cause I know that it's worth the risk. The only exception, you are the only exception. You are the only exception.
Okay. I know you guys get knocked out of here a lot. Sorry. I can't control it. If I did, you wouldn't get kicked out of my lives. But so the overall writing energy here is Prince of Wands. This is Page of Wands kind of energy, okay? This is somebody in ingenue action. You know, like, let's go, let's do it. Got an idea and you just want to like dive in and learn and grow, you know? Just slightly different than the Knight, because usually the Knight has a little bit more education under their belt when they jump, you know? The Prince of Wands is like an excited virgin about to have sex for the first time. Like, it's that like, yeah, I want to go. More than me. No one ever will, no matter how you feel. Lauryn Hill. Fuck, I love her. To scream this way. You scream my name. And you can't stay. I was gonna say change. I gotta brush up on my lyrics. And it's interesting that that's the card that's at the top of the pyramid that I've made. So here, look. Okay. More than me. And no one ever will. So there's the Prince of Wands. Okay. Oh no, this is Knight energy. This is an educated leap. This is like, I know what I'm doing and I'm excited. Like, I'm jumping in, right? I've done this before. Now I'm going to do it again. Man, I love that. That makes more sense because this is 8 of Pentacles. 8 and 2, that's 10. Now the 8 of Pentacles is all about mastery, right? So it makes sense that the Prince of Wands, which is like the Knight of Wands in a regular deck, would have 8 of Pentacles right below. Okay? And then we got 2 of Pentacles here. I almost want to say like balancing passions in a way. Or juggling them. Or mastering the art of juggling your options. But this is stressing them out. It's like, I don't want to win at this game. This game is not fun anymore. It's like 5 of Swords, you know, standing there, and you're like, one guy's won with, and the other guys are just walking away. You know, Prince of Wands Knight of Wands can be viewed as like the promiscuous Casanova. And this could be that, you know, this promiscuous man or woman is that mastered that art form is now over it. It's like, it's led me to nothing but heartbreak. This isn't a game I want to win. This isn't a game I want to win. And then you got 3 of Wands here, which is, in this deck, it's called Virtue. Now, when you look at the 3 of Wands, a lot of decks will discuss like strategy, making a plan. But this is almost like making a plan to walk away from this kind of mentality. I was listening to Chiron Intuition, and he had mentioned the 8 of Cups. You know, a lot of times it's walking away from cups that are full, right? Which makes it difficult to do, but sometimes you have to walk away from all the cups that are full, you know? And maybe this mentality was kind of received by a mother figure, you know, like Queen of Coins could be that nourishing, nurturing mother figure, because it's connected with the 6 of Cups, which is kind of like learning from previous generations or previous lifetimes, right? Or previous things. Like it's that graduation of the soul, or graduation of the family line. So this is somebody who's learned this from a family member, and they've gone into hermit mode about it. Like, you know, is that really how I want to live my life till the end? I want to die like this, surrounded by a bunch of half full cups, you know? In this way. Must be love on the brain. My name. Ace of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. It's like, I have this new idea. I'm just going to focus on building myself up right now. You know, focus on succeeding where, you know, maybe I might have fallen short before. I'm just kind of cutting out all the extra stuff. And then we've got 4 of Wands, which is, you know, could be a wedding, could be a big celebration, could be a wedding, because you got the Empress right here next to it. And then we got 4 of Cups in reverse. It's like they're no longer, it's like, I don't want to be pining over the one that got away. It's killing me. It's like 10 of Swords straight in the back. It's like I'm moving to calmer waters. Like, I don't think this is not just moving away from something. This is moving in this storyline. It feels like they're moving towards something. They're moving toward their true purpose, their true partner as well. And then it's King of Wands. So it goes from Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands, Knight of Wands, right? To King of Wands. So this process of removing this kind of laissez-faire like mentality of like, oh, you know, just have a good time, live and let live, fuck whoever you want, do whatever you want, like who cares, like just be happy. And getting to a point in your life where you're like, that's not even making me happy. And I thought the whole purpose of being like this was because it was bringing me delight. But is it really bringing me delight? I have all these gorgeous men or all these gorgeous women, or maybe both. I got everybody who wants me. And at the end of the day, not one of these people I could see myself being truly just comfortable in my own skin in front of. Then we've got the Death card, Strength, Knight of Swords, and the Judgment card, right? You know, you play every game, you know, avoiding life, avoiding the next thing. You play every angle possible. You read every page, front, back, sideways, upside down, backwards, forwards, whatever, to avoid reading the next book. And this person is exhausted that. It's like, okay, I got to close that book and I got to start writing my next book. I got to start writing mine. And speaking of books, I got to start writing my second book. I've exhausted, you know, avoiding my creativity for a little too long, you know. But this communication that's coming in, this biting knowledge, this biting truth, because it feels sharp, you know, sharp like a sword. This is judgment. You know, if he's trying to deal with an empress, she might have cut him off. She might have said, hey, look, you know, I totally appreciate and you're more than welcome to continue to do what you're doing. However, it doesn't feel good to me, so I'm not going to participate. I don't want to be one of your many whatevers. I'd rather be with somebody way lower on the totem pole, socially speaking, that actually loves me and genuinely cares about me and wants to be invested in me, rather than being with somebody who's so high up the totem pole, they have to like break themselves into a million different pieces just to satisfy everybody else's thirst, quench everybody else's thirst, alleviate everybody else's lust and hunger for them. No, thank you. You give the same blessing, that Empress, you give that same blessing energy to two different masculines. One masculine loves and respects and cherishes and receives love and respect and cherishing energy in return from this Empress. And one Emperor puts her on the back burner, plays games with her, treats her like she's, you know, one of the many, or one of, you know, even if she's not one of the many, he doesn't really prioritize her energy the way that she prioritizes his. And he loses her, or it goes really bad really fast, or even really bad really slow. But either way, you don't end in the same way. Same blessing. It's like when you get a puppy or a kitten or a little bunny rabbit, and you love this creature and you care for it so deeply, and that creature grows up to love and protect and cherish you and rely on you and trust you. Somebody else gets the exact same puppy and is neglectful and mean and takes out its frustration or its sadness or its anger on this creature, or leaves it at home all the time and never hangs out with it and doesn't have anybody else to come and play with it or nothing. that creature is not going to turn out the same way. It's just not. You know, we got all these people on the internet these days trying to teach men and women how to manipulate and control and coerce, and, you know, how do you get the maximum out of somebody with like giving the minimum and all this bullshit. And I want no parts in that. I don't want no parts in any of that shit. Right? I'm not on any of the, you know, I don't do the dating sites. I don't do any of that shit because I am not interested in the fucking games. You know, oh, well, I bought you dinner, so you need to like give me something. It's like, I'm not a fucking prostitute. Go hire somebody to fuck you. They have robots these days that you can purchase even. You know, but if you're looking for a life partner, right? And you want to show me that I'm safe with you and I can rely on you and you can protect me and you can provide for me, and you want to make it safe so that I can shower you with affection and attention, nourishing, nurturing energy, turn a box of a house into an actual love-filled home. Right? How do you put that in a profile? I guess you could just write it like that. I don't know. I tried last year. I put myself on a dating app and I lasted an hour. And then I was like, delete this shit. I deleted it straight away off all my shit. I was like, oh God, no. Fuck no. 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 It was like, no way. And again, you give two people the same blessing, and depending on who they are and their mentality and how they view things and how they respond to life will determine what happens with that blessing or that gift or that opportunity. And it's such a powerful message. Such a powerful message. I highly recommend, again, you know, there's so many amazing, beautiful readers out there. You know, really amazing, powerful readers out there. And I'm not the kind of person where I don't know, I guess like I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, they're better than me, so I'm not going to refer you to them or whatever. I'm the kind of person where I'm like, I don't care if they've got 1 million followers or 2 followers, if their messages are good and interesting or funny or, you know, clear and clean in energy, or they're powerful or helpful, I'm going to share it. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to experience it for yourself by giving you the information, and whatever you do with that information is entirely up to you. You know, it's a weird community. I'm learning a lot. I've learned a lot and I'm learning a lot. It's a very strange community. But it's my kind of strange, and I like it. I love all the little intricate cracks and crevices of the psychic and spiritual and medium communities. It's like you got tea leaf readers, you've got cinnamon stick readers, you've got coffee ground readers, you've got crystal ball readers, fire readers, water readers. You got all different kinds of energy connectors out there. And it's cool. It's so cool. You know? I have a little time, so let's do another reading that has maybe nothing to do with what we just talked about, or maybe it'll just, sometimes the energy is very thick and it comes through again. I have this little fly that's just hanging out with me, which is strange because I'm burning white sage. And hey, Empress, I just saw your WhatsApp message. I'm just going to give you, how about I just give you a live right now? I'll give you a reading right now. You were asking for a reading. Do you have any objections? Because if I don't do it now, I'll think about doing it and then I won't. It's like me calling Lucky. It's not going to happen for another week and a half because I'm so overwhelmed with my fucking shit. It's like getting out these lives is, oh, no. Okay. No problem. Well, then you'll have to be a little patient with me. Apologies. Okay. Okay. As long as you don't mind. It's going to take a little bit. I'll just do general. Okay, I'll go back to doing general. Sorry. I wanted to at least give you the opportunity. Okay. Oh, wow. The major arcana are just gracing us with their presence like on steroids. 4 out of the 5 cards I just pulled are all major arcana. Like, W what? Got the Fool card, Magician and Justice, the Chariot. What? 0, 1, 7, 11. I mean, 0, Fool card, 1 is Magician, 7 is Chariot, and 11 is Justice. 7-Eleven. What was that song? Wow. And then, on the Fool card, there's that dog there, and he's just so enthralled with his owner taking this adventure. He's like, yeah, where are we going? He obviously treats his creature very, very well. He feels like nearly an extension of him. Like half the time I don't even notice the dog because it just feels like an extension of the Fool card. Just feels like part of him. Look at, he's like, hey, don't jump off the cliff. Like, hey, I'm right here. Like, I got you, buddy. I got you. I love you. Please don't jump off the cliff and hurt yourself. He's like, oh, la-di-da, flower. Oh, yeah, you're right. And then you've got the Magician, which is like mastering all 4 of the elements. So you've got earth, air, fire, water, and just exploring the inner power. It's like, wow, I can do all of this. It's like that new energy. You go from Fool energy to the Magician, which is 0 to 1. Hey, Heidi, I haven't seen you in ages. Nice to have you here. And you go from 0 to 1. It's like you go from nearly jumping off a cliff or maybe jumping off a cliff into something new, and then discovering all the power that you have at your fingertips with this new experience. And then you find yourself, I feel like moving forward with this, like pushing forward with this is justice. It's really, it's a balancing of the scales. It's the truth working its way into your reality. Like, hey, you've been through a lot, and I know you took a risk here, and I just want to say you're being rewarded for the risk, and this adventure that you're going on is going to be wildly fun and amazing. I see this Knight of Cups. And it might be the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight is moving forward with his cup of love, is his emotional, his heart on his sleeve, you know? You know, if this masculine, I think this is just a continuation now. The energy is just so sticky. If this is a continuation of the message prior, it's like, you know, not spreading himself so thin, making his energy more exclusive, like sexually speaking, like emotionally speaking, or whatever. This is new, uncharted territory. It's like he's maybe used to giving it out. And now that he's not giving it out and he's holding it all in, he's realizing how much power he has. Wait a minute. I'm a lot more powerful. The less people I sleep with, the more inner power that I have, the more spiritual maybe messages I'm getting. Maybe he's dreaming more. Maybe he's receiving more signs, synchronicities, and symbols. He's seeing more go around him because he's like, he's not spreading his energy out. He's not making himself open and available for like spiritual attachments. Like we call them sexually transmitted demons in the spiritual community. STDs. It's like diseases in the real world, but just demons in the spiritual world. And because of this, he's getting a positive judgment call. And it's like, hey, now you get to move forward. Here's your chariot. I'm going to give you the baddest of the bad. Now you can move in your Knight of Cups energy. Now, all of this power in a Knight of Cups. So when this person comes and starts wanting to communicate, this emotional connection, they might be a little fumbly and jumbly, but behind that energy is a lot of power. And this is justified power, Here's the thing. He wasn't spreading himself so thin in a deceitful way. It was all very open and honest about his fuck shit. Which is why I think when he makes that transition to, oh, wait a minute. So if I keep my energy to myself, I'm more powerful. No wonder they want to get me sleeping around with everybody and being with everyone. Because that means I'm not as strong as I should be. Is stealing power from me. Oh, that's why the groups are always doing all these like sexual parties and sexual shows and sexual this and sexual that. It's because they're trying to steal my power from me. And when I stop allowing that energy to escape me in this manner, I get to keep all that power. I don't have to overproduce all the time. I'm not so exhausted. And I'm able to rev my engine in the right direction. Instead of like letting everybody siphon out the gas or the oil and the this and the that, it's like they have it for themselves now. It's like, whoa, here we go. Here we go. But because this is new uncharted territory, it's coming out as Knight of Cups. It's not coming out as a King of Cups. It's Knight of Cups because this is like ingenue energy. He's not used to this. I think that's why in the first section when I did the pyramid reading, and at the top we had, and I was thinking it was Princess, but it was Prince, which is Knight in regular decks. And it was Knight of Wands. And then he evolved almost naturally, immediately into King of Wands. It's like as soon as he started to withhold and be more selective, his power just multiplied. And that's now what's happening emotionally. So that was physically. The previous one was physically. And now he's doing that emotionally. oh, well, if that's what happens when I don't give out all my sex to everybody all the time, I wonder what happens if I don't give out my emotional bandwidth to everyone all the time. I don't do the reaction. I don't do the emotional entanglements. I don't like get hopped up about people, places, and things and ideas unless it's what I really want to lock into. So it's evolving, you know. He's not quite a King of Cups energy here, but he is on the path. And finding the path and getting on the path are half the battles won, you know. So, God, that's really powerful. 4 major arcana and a Knight of Cups. Like, this Knight of Cups is, don't let his cute face fool ya. Oh, repeat of the energy. 8 of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. It's like finally getting to the point where he's like balanced energetically with regards to his physical world. And he's finally like starting to reintroduce the idea of communion with a particular person, with commitment. You know? It's like I finally kind of balanced myself solo, and now I want to expand that out. The World card and the 9 of Cups again. It's like he's finally happy with himself. And it's this is another major arcana. You got 0 to 21. The first card and the last card. That's wild. And it's like I'm finally happy with myself and I'm happy with my own skin, and you know, it's now he's able to take that energy and move forward. Like, oh, okay. That's the end of the story. This is very transformative, very healing, it's very powerful. You know? It's very powerful. Using that 3 of Wands, that virtuous energy, that strategy energy. You know, there's a reason why they want men promiscuous. There's a reason they want them to have multiple wives and multiple things going on and spread thin. Because God forbid one of these virtuous men has all his power and he's got a powerful feminine energy at his side. It could conquer the world. This world is so weak, socially speaking, right now. Energetically, spiritually speaking, emotionally speaking. It's a very weak planet of human beings. Imagine 2 virtuous powerhouses recharging each other, not spreading their energy out, not splitting their energy up, just recharging each other, and then going through and taking care of all the cleaning up all the fuck shit that's going on. Holy bajolies. So, you know, the more promiscuous men and women are, the better it is for the powers that be that seek to enslave and control all of us. You participate in abusing or harming or manipulating someone, then you're doing the job of your oppressors. Congratulations. You are participating in your own loss. Well done, you know? So, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Yes, Empress, I'll do that for you. Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate the compliment. Humanity is not weak. Something else is weak. The preys upon humanity. Yeah, well, I agree to an extent. However, we are susceptible to it. You know what I mean? And I don't think we would be as susceptible to it if we had a good compass, a good leadership couple. You know, we've had a few couples in history that could have been there, but they turned sour. And or they were crucified. It's not funny. I just laugh in uncomfortable situations and conversations. So, but great point. It's a very interesting thought. You know, and I do agree with you. So, Bridget, you want me to pull a couple of cards for you? Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Speaking up on how you're feeling is a huge spin for your Wheel of Fortune. You know, speaking up about how you feel about people, places, things, ideas, and steamroll you, but also not being a bitch about it. This is just, you know, you're very compassionate with what you're saying, but you're making sure to say it. You know, I appreciate your opinion. And when you participate, you get to have a seat at the table. I just, you know, you're starting to have this, oh, Teddy swims. Oh, this live is going to get blocked because now actual music that isn't a cover is playing. So I apologize, but I don't want to turn it off. I love this song. Oh, out of my mind. Did I tell you I'm no good at being alone? It's taking a toll on me. My skin off my bone. Don't you know I lose control when you're not next to me? I'm falling apart in front of you, can't you see? I lose control. There's a lot of cups energy here for you. Oh, that's good. That's interesting. Like a bad habit. So spinning the wheel by being clear about your emotions and how you're feeling about things. You know. I think there's just a miscommunication. I think he's just talking his point out. I don't think his energy's bad. You know? So, Bridget, this is helping you, speaking of breaking things, it's breaking up illusions that have been burdening you when you start speaking up on how you feel. You know what I mean? And it's flipping the script, and it's helping you move away from things that you thought you needed. And it's helping you kind of stand your ground but you're being generous. You're receiving and you're giving in a healthy fashion. And because you're speaking up on your emotions, you're able to give and receive and feel better about it. It's like you elevate from Knight of Swords to Queen of Swords through this process, you know? And this is giving you that new lease on life, that new wand. And yeah, I can send it to you, Empress. I don't know if that's going to help if it's blocked. I'm not sure if it's going to help if it's blocked. Here, let me try to not play originals. That's why I really like that one guy. What's his name? Because he's doing cover songs. Well, he's singing this, you know. Anyway, you know what I mean. Hold on, let me go to his thing. But there's a reason why readers are playing music and they're doing little Joseph Solomon. Yeah. I think that's it. Is that Joseph Solomon? Ah. I don't think I'm supposed to play music anymore. So I think that's quite powerful, Bridget. You know? Does anybody else want to have me pull a few cards for them? Jimmy, you're welcome here. We're all learning how to just speak on how we feel, and then we learn and we grow and we get clarification. So don't be put off by us checking each other in the lives. If it's done disrespectfully, I always make a point of it. And I'm ruthless about it. But if it's done respectfully and it's just miscommunication and people are clearing things up with each other, I love that in here. Not very many places on the internet or in the world are allowing people to have different thoughts in the same place. And I like to have different thoughts in the same place. So you are welcome here with your different thoughts. And I don't see, I think maybe the wording might have put her off, but I think it's just miscommunication. I don't think there's no issues with what anybody's saying in here. And I love the dialogue, and I love when people misunderstand each other because it opens up the door to understand each other. If we don't speak up when things don't make sense, then we never get the clarification. If we don't seek clarification, we never receive it, right? And if we shut down when we're being asked for clarification, that also doesn't help. So I like the open dialogue between everybody. Like, hey, this is what I was thinking. It's different from what you're saying. Okay, let's talk about it. Where are you getting that from? I like that kind of stuff. That's always welcome here. That's why Lucky feels safe enough to say what she's saying, because she feels safe and comfortable to speak up. Hey, this doesn't feel right. The wording doesn't feel comfortable to me. The energy doesn't feel comfortable to me. And then Jimmy's able to say, hey, that's actually not, I wasn't trying to go there. I was just trying to be real. This is just how I feel, you know? And it's like a good back and forth dialogue. I was telling, we had this thing yesterday with Elijah and all the little kids in his play school. And one of the parents was like, I can't remember what we were talking about, but I said to her, I said, you know, some of the people that I have known the longest or I'm the closest to, we started out with friction. Like we started out either in an argument or not liking each other or in a disagreement of some kind. And we ended up becoming best friends. And I think there's something to that. It's like miscommunication, especially in the very beginning of meeting someone or getting to know a group of people or whatever. It's how you show you're interested in learning more. You know, hey, what did you mean by that? Or you just stole my place in line. And like it just opens up the dialogue, and it gives you a pattern interrupt, and it disrupts the flow of the energy to a point where it forces you to kind of feel something different, which is uncomfortable. And that discomfort is where we learn and where we grow. I know I'm like being long-winded about it, but it's an important thing. I like it, you know? I like it. So, and you know, it's going to be funny because watch, Jimmy's going to come back regularly, and Lucky and Jimmy are going to be fast friends. It's funny. It's how it starts a lot of the times in here. I remember Nancy and Melissa were like at each other's throats when Nancy first came into the lives, and now they're like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm so proud of you. You guys are doing great. It's like, you know, it's good. It's what our world is missing, I think, you know, with all these algorithms that only show you what you want to see, and only show you comments that you want to read and things that agree with your point of view. And when you get something that's different, it's like invaluable. It's so invaluable. You know, you're walking around as a CEO and everybody's yes-anding you to death, and you never get any kind of creative, nuanced, new energy because everyone's always agreeing with you all the time. Now, I'm not saying to go around and just be like surly and disagreeable with everybody, because that doesn't work either, but genuine discord, genuine discussion, genuine disagreements of like perspectives, and like, this is how I see this. Well, this is how I see this. We're on different sides. That's cool. You know, it's really cool. So I hope Jimmy didn't clock out. I hope he's still here. We're not trying to scare you away. This is just how we are here. You know, it's just how we are here. So let's see. This is interesting. These are kind of opposing. Somebody is processing some things that have fallen apart in their life. You know, I see the death card here, so whatever it is has ended. And the 5 of Cups here, somebody feels like their cups have all been dumped on them, and they've lost something major, and they're locked in their own head. 8 of Swords about this, and it's not like a peaceful meditation for Swords. This is a stressed out hermit mode, you know. And sometimes when we lose people, places, things, or ideas, it's almost like we won't allow ourselves. It's like we feel guilty for being happy, or we feel guilty for things going our way after something bad happens. You know, like maybe you lose a friend or a parent, or a child, even worse, you know, or we lose some really close connection, or we lose an important job, or we lose our what's it called? Our social standing within our group, right? People change their perspectives on us in a negative way, and we lose our footing in a friendship group or a family group or whatever. And it's almost like if something even remotely decent happens, you don't even feel like you can celebrate the way you would like to because something has fallen apart. You know, I'm not allowed to be happy because this happened. I'm not allowed to be happy because I lost this person and I'm in mourning. And maybe you lost somebody and then you get a job opportunity. And it's like, hey, you're going to move and have this great job opportunity and you're going to get paid more and this and that. Or you get a new relationship after your parent passes away. And it's like you don't even feel comfortable celebrating with your friends and family, like, hey, guess what? I have this new thing going on and I'm so happy and excited. You can't even do that. You feel like you can't, like it's the wrong thing to do, to the point where you feel like you can't even be happy for yourself. You know, how can I sit here and be happy and take this opportunity when this horrible thing just happened to me or around me or to somebody that I care about? Oh, my one friend just lost their job and here I am getting a new job with a bonus and I'm moving and I'm going to have to tell them because I'm moving, but like, I don't want to rub it in their face. Like maybe I shouldn't take the job. And maybe, you know, it's like self-deprecating, dropping oneself down, not allowing, not receiving your own blessing for fear of this like idea that maybe it's not the right time or you're going to hurt people's feelings or they'll be disappointed in you or whatever, right? No, I have to stay and take care of such and such and I can't have this blessing. I don't deserve this blessing. I must stay in this tortured scenario or whatever. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving pentacle in the deck, but it gets there. And we got Two of Cups. It's like this has been coming in. You've been waiting for this to come in for a really long time. You know, there's an Emperor here. And you put in the work. Eight of Pentacles. This is High Priestess energy as well. It's like you feel this connection. You don't just see it, you feel it. There's Four of Wands, which is like a marriage or a big celebration, right? Got the Chariot again. We got the Empress, the King of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. Holy bajolies. This is like amazingness on steroids. It's massively transformational. It's like, I can't leave. They're depending on me, or I can't leave because of this, or I can't leave because of that. But it's like, you can leave. This is your ships coming in, and you might not have this opportunity again. And I'll be the bad guy, okay? So you don't have to. I'm going to give whoever this is in the live that's listening, that this is resonating for, I'm giving you permission to receive your blessings and to go towards your blessing. You know? You deserve this blessing. You deserve this. You can go towards it. You don't have to self-sabotage because somebody else is having a bad day or is struggling or is this or is that. It's like they've made choices in their life that have led them to where they are. You've made choices that have brought about this huge transformative energy for you. And if you don't accept your blessings and you decide to what? Suffer the consequences of somebody else's life choices? They decided they didn't want to get help, so now you have to help them? You have a major blessing and opportunity coming in. Melissa, if you self-sabotaged after that amazing reading yesterday, I am going to wring your neck, woman. That was like the best reading I've ever given to someone. They were all beautiful cards. They were all major arcana, and you're saying you self-sabotaged because of this? Don't you fucking dare. After everything, people will come at you with this devil energy of, oh, I need you. Oh, you can't have that without me. Or I need to go with you. Or, you know, like all these excuses under the sun. No, who's going to take care of the plants? Who's going to input the invoices into the cash register that I trust? And who's going to do this? And who's... No, you have a massive blessing getting put in front of you. Hey, remember you've been praying for this for decades? For this amazing opportunity, this connection, this blessing, whatever the blessing is. Maybe you win the fucking lottery and you're like, oh, I can't take that. I need to give it away to everybody. I can't just, sit in my own blessing and not. You do not have to share your lottery winnings. You don't have to buy everybody else a house. They would not do that for you, regardless of what they say. Look at how people treat you now. They want to treat you like a slave, like you owe them something. They're not treating you like you're the kind of person they would buy a house for. Well, if they tried to sabotage you and you ghosted them, that's actually really healthy, Melissa. That's you doing the right thing. That's you turning down somebody who's trying to hurt you. If your intuition said, get this person out of my energy, then I'm proud of you for doing that. That's not sabotage. That's self-preservation. I think you're just not used to protecting yourself. I think you're used to letting people walk all over you. So it feels weird. It's like when an animal is used to getting hit all the time, and then someone comes and tries to give them a pet, and they're like, it doesn't feel good to them because they're not used to being pet. They're used to being hit. And you're having to retrain your brain to accept pets, not slaps. Okay, so you protected yourself, and I'm proud of you. If you had a feeling like I need to cut this person out, then you did the right thing. Good for you. Okay? And if it's meant for you, it won't pass you by. They'll come back with a more solid, respectable offer. It'll be more, you'll feel, if you don't feel good about it, it wasn't for you. Right? If it doesn't feel good, then it wasn't for you. If it does feel good, right? Sometimes things sound too good to be true as well. They come at you with all the bells and whistles because they're trying to pop you in a cage. Spiritually, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically. However, so this is hugely transformative. This is the connection of a lifetime. We've got the Emperor and the Empress out in the same reading. We've got the High Priestess here and the Chariot. This is mastery and connection. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, the Empress, the High Priestess. And this is in full swing. This is in full movement. 2, 2, 4, 4. Then we got a 3 and a 7. There's another 4. There's another 4. There's a 5. This is a very solid, stable foundation. Do not talk yourself out of a blessing. This is hugely transformative. Whoever this is for, would your parent who just passed away want you to miss out on one of the biggest opportunities of your life because you feel like guilty for having something good happen to you after you lost someone? Oh no, it's not the time. Okay, well now it's never going to be the time because that was your only opportunity and you just turned it down. You know, a lot of people don't chew their cabbage twice. You don't get the same opportunity when you're ready for it. And a lot of times the best opportunities show up when you're not ready for them. I got the fly is still persisting. I have the window open, but he's still bothering me. He's like, hey, persist, keep going, push, push, push through, right? Keep pushing. Okay. Yes, fly. Most persistent little creatures. Most persistent little bugs. Doesn't matter how many times you swat them. They keep coming back. It's like, I wanted to stop this live 30 minutes ago. I was like, oh, I'll stop the live at 10 o'clock. And I look down and I look up and it's almost 10:30. And I want to stop now, but it's like, you need to pull you need to do one more message. So we'll do one more, okay? This is unstable and fast. This is not Two of Cups. This is Two of Cups in reverse. This is Magician energy. This is somebody coming in quickly to try and manipulate by offering this Two of Cups energy. That might be what you're dealing with here. They see you as a Queen of Cups. Emotionally powerful energy, right? They're trying to spin that wheel because they see you also as Queen of Pentacles. Like, oh, you're really happy. I want me some of that. The message is, when you are given a blessing, that blessing is not for somebody else. It's for you, first of all. Second of all, you are going to have people come in trying to throw you off of your opportunity or your blessing before, during, and after you experience your blessing. Okay? People will feel it in the force, like something's about to change for you, and they'll start trying to get their hooks in. And then when you get your opportunity, there's going to be another layer of fuckers trying to come in and fuck you over. Oh, I love you. I just want to be with you. I'll be your man servant or your woman servant, and I'll do whatever, you know. They'll start laying it on thick. And then after you get your opportunity, you're going to have another layer of people coming in saying, hey, let me help you manage your money. You've never had anything like this before. And all they see is dollar signs for themselves, right? Or, wow, you're with that person and you guys have really great energy together and they all of a sudden want to be your best friend and hang out all the time because they're trying to steal your fucking man. It doesn't matter that opportunity and that man or woman would be good for them. They just want that energy for themselves. So they will screw you over to take your blessing and your opportunity, even though it's not going to have the same effect for them. Even if they are successful in stealing the person, place, thing, idea away from you, it's not going to have the same momentum, same energy, same situation as it would with you. And it kind of brings us back to our original statement. The blessing that is for you and the blessing that is for somebody else are just that. And the same person, two different people can receive the same blessing and have two totally different outcomes. You know, look at Johnny Depp. He can be a dream for one person and a nightmare for another. Look, that's anybody. It can be a dream for one person and a nightmare for another. It's how you manage the blessing. It's how you are fated or not fated for the blessing. Did you put in all your spiritual work to even deserve that blessing? How do you know you even be able to handle it if you got it? So you have one person who's put in a lot of fucking work to receive a blessing, and another person that's trying to come in and manipulate their way into taking that blessing right when you're about to get it, or when you do have it, or right after you get it. This is why sometimes you just need to keep your mouth shut when the wheel spins for you. When that wheel of fate spins for you and you get an amazing opportunity, loose lips sink ships. Loose lips sink ships. Think about it. You have a ship full of treasure and you send a letter to the Queen of Spain. Hey, I'm coming back with all these treasures. And the message gets intercepted by pirates on the way. Or somebody in the court hears about it and tells their cousin. And the next thing you know, you're getting invaded and stolen from after you've just done all the work to get all those treasures yourself. And it just gets stolen from you in a blink of an eye. Loose lips sink ships. And people will feel the blessings that are coming to you. Even if you say nothing, they'll feel it off you. Okay? They'll always have something for you to invest in. They'll always want to, oh, I got a cousin, that'd be great for you. Or, you know. Look at these ladies and gentlemen who set themselves in a position to be seen or hang out with somebody, and it wasn't an accident, but they make it try to look like an accident. Bumping into somebody, and the next thing you know, they're the perfect match for you. Turns out they've been studying you for years, and they really want your fucking lifestyle or your money or your power or your prestige or your family name or whatever. And here you are thinking they didn't know anything about you. And it's just this blessing that's been dropped on your lap. Next thing you know, they've got their hooks in you and they seek to destroy you so they can just siphon everything from you. Or you get married to somebody and they're absolutely amazing. Next thing you know, you got all your friends trying to talk to the guy in the background, you know, trying to take him off you because they see how happy you are. And they might not even want the guy. They might just not want you to be happy. How dare you be happy before me or more than me or whatever. People are strange, man. They do strange things. Strange for change. They do strange shit for some pocket cash, you know? They do strange shit just for kicks as well. Power, control, manipulation. It's a weird, weak world we live in right now. You know? So, your blessing is your blessing. When it comes in and you feel it coming in, you take that blessing and you be quiet about it. Because it's nobody's fucking business. You know? You just be quiet. You don't tell anybody anything. You just be quiet. And your blessing is your blessing. Don't let anybody talk you out of your blessing. And don't let anybody talk themselves into your blessing. You know? It's yours. And don't let any negative situations that have happened recently or in your past or that are about to happen, don't let those negative experiences pull you off of your course. Pull you off of your blessing course. Right? Pull you off the path toward your blessing. You know? Am I done, Fly? Is this message complete? I don't see you right now. You flew off, so that must have been what I needed to say. Am I good now? Are we done? I think you just flew out the window. I've had both windows open this entire time, and you just flew away. You know, flies are all about persistence. When you get a fly, your spirit animal, when they come bothering you, it's like, hey, what are you neglecting that you need to persist and keep moving and keep going? There's something you need to keep doing. You know? They're annoying little fuckers. Yeah. Now the message is repeating again. 8 of Pentacles, Chariot, Knight of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. You are going to do something really amazing that's going to bring in this passionate energy, and people are going to be coming at you. They're going to be coming at you. Look at them. Please, please, please. You know, don't let a bleeding heart bleed you dry. There's a difference between being good and helpful and kind and being a sucker. Okay? You can't help people if you've allowed a few scumbags to suck you dry, or if you know, oh my God, I don't have enough money for this medical bill, or I don't have enough money for I'm losing my house, I'm losing this, I'm losing that. Okay. As heartless as I sound saying this, that's a you problem. Maybe you need to lose the house. I've lost a house, I've lost homes, I've lost everything. It made me stronger, and it put me in a better position to receive my blessings. Oh, my medical bill. Maybe you need to sue the medical company. Maybe the reason you have a major debt that you don't deserve to have is because you need to take the fight to the judicial system and fight them for fair cost. If I just solve everybody's problems while I have a little bit of cash on me, or a lot of cash on me, if I just solve everybody's problems for them, I'm doing them a disservice. I'm not doing them a service. And that's a message for you as well, Lucky. Right? People coming at you saying, well, you know, you can do it, so you should do it. It's da-da-da-da. No. If that's what you want, then you do it. That is not something that I value or I put a high priority or price tag on. I know at the end of the day, that very expensive wedding that you just spent all that money on for a fucking day of the year, a day in your life, yeah, okay. But guess what? You're setting your whole relationship life up for a failure, because now someone's going to be in a lot of debt. And even if they're not in a lot of debt, all that money could have gone to a down payment on a house. Do you know how furious I was when I found out that my uncle invested and my family invested so much money in my wedding? My wedding only cost $5,000. Back in the day, it only cost $5,000. I was on an Irish island, renting out an entire Airbnb, dinner, service, dress, like all the accommodation for everybody for that, like 1 or 2 nights, I think it was. All included. It was less than $5,000. My wedding ended up costing way more than that, because I had I had one family member who's a spoiled rotten whatever. Anyway, screaming and hollering about how everything needs to be all inclusive. Everybody needs to have their this paid and that paid and the other paid. And it's like, no, if you want to come, then you pay for your extra stuff. If you don't want to come, then don't come. Like, that money could have gone toward setting up me and my husband for our life. Now, hindsight is 2020. You know, I look back and I go, well, regardless, the money shouldn't have been spent there, but it also probably, you know, like, a house wouldn't have made a difference with our marriage falling apart. I'm just saying. I'm always just saying. You know, I just like to have thought experiments. I just like to think things out differently, to see, you know. The Chariot again, 6 of Wands again, the Tower. This is a victory that is going to explode in people's faces. Yeah, Heidi, you probably have something that you're not finishing or doing. There's something you need to persist in. I don't know what it is that you're neglecting. Maybe you're neglecting yourself. Maybe you're neglecting a situation, or you're neglecting, like me, paperwork. Right? There's something that you're like, Maybe there's a project or a creative thing that you need to get back into that you've been putting on the side, like me and my book. And my cards and my this and my that, like all my little projects. You know? Yeah, 7 of Wands. Persist. Oh, wow. Is that for the horses? You have a sticky situation because everybody is in everybody else's bungholes where you're at. You know? I hope the vet association isn't a local thing. I hope it's like, I don't know. Maybe you need to take her to claims court. You know? I don't know. Maybe you need to keep persisting in that. Even if you don't win any kind of anything with the vet association, maybe you need to take it to a higher court. You know, I think small claims is up to what? 6,000. Well, how much is it? You know, if you can prove strength card. So she didn't listen to you as well. If you have proof of that, of you telling her not to do it, and if you have proof of her actually doing it, I don't see why you can't take that to small claims and say, look, you know, and here's the evidence, here's the documentation, here's the, you know, documentation that this is not something that you're supposed to do. And if she's a vet, she should know better. Then here's the evidence of that. Is she not educated in her field? I'm educated on this. Why wouldn't she look it up if I've asked her 3 times not to do this? So if you have evidence of this and you don't get heard in the Vets Association, I would take her and the Vets Association to a court, to the actual courts. They have insurance that will cover this sort of a thing. They won't like it, but maybe she'll listen next time when somebody tells her, don't fucking do that shit. Sometimes people need to learn the hard way. That's why I said, when someone gets a blessing in, right? When someone gets a blessing in, it's not your job to do what everybody else is telling you to do. It's your blessing, it's not theirs. And also, if they're coming at you with some sob story, maybe it's something that they need to experience. You know, where would they be if you didn't have it? And you weren't there to save the day, what would they do? They'd figure it out. Okay, well, figure it out then. Because this is a non-option. You know? I have what's this? 3 of Cups. Celebration. After all this hard work, celebration. And that's Judgment. This Knight of Wands is coming in. Wheel of Fortune again, and the Tower. Somebody might even be coming in to work with somebody. I mean, for example, let's say with regards to Heidi's thing, maybe she puts out a bunch of feelers to a bunch of different lawyers, a bunch of different solicitors that specialize in this kind of thing. And maybe one of them actually reaches out and says, hey, I want to work with you. I want to help you. If we win, then I get paid. You don't know. Maybe you put a bunch of feelers out there with friends and family, and somebody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows a lawyer that'll do it for you. Or somebody who's won a case similar to yours, and they can refer you to somebody. It's a no unless you ask. And then when you ask, it's like 50-50. It increases your odds exponentially. You know? The Star card. The Star has put in the work and deserves the harvest of the work that they put in. I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission. Okay? Now again, let's say you win this thing, Heidi, and you get a pretty penny. Nobody needs to know about you going through this court case. Don't go telling everybody you're suing them. Don't go telling everybody you won or you lost. It's nobody's business. As far as everybody knows, you're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere. You're not talking to anybody. You're not going to the courts, nothing. Don't even put the idea in their heads that there's a possibility of you even getting any money. And when it does come in, you keep your mouth shut and you use that to move to where you want to move. Okay? Because the chariot is all about movement. Heartbreak, fighting. Let them fight amongst themselves. It has nothing to do with you. Oh, she's a bad mother-in-law, or she's a bad this pet owner, she's a bad child, or she's a bad mother, or she's a bad this, or she's a bad that. People can say whatever they want to say. It's up to you whether or not you accept what they're calling and saying. People say things all about me constantly. I am constantly misunderstood. All the time. If I let other people's opinions of me slow me down or stop me, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere, go do anything. I wouldn't be able to function. So don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about how other people feel about it. You know, when your blessing comes in, you keep your mouth shut and you do what you need to do. And it's nobody's business but your own. You know? Now what? What am I missing? Have a plan. Have a plan as well. And when the cups spill and everyone blames you for it, focus on the cups that are full. You know, it's your fault that this happened to me. No. You're misdirecting your blame game because I told you no. What if I never had it to begin with? Whose fault would it be then? You know? Make a plan. Come up with a strategy. Figure out where you want to go. Make a strategy. Come up with a plan. Don't be worrying about what's not going on for somebody else and where, you know, them being mentally in anguish or stressed out, or, you know, they're working just as hard, if not harder than you, and you're the one who got your blessings. You don't know how hard they're really working, and you don't know what kind of karma they have. And it's none of your fucking business. I used to be the opposite. I used to be, okay, everything I have, I give to everybody else. And then the next thing you know, I have nothing. And all those people I gave to have no interest in ever giving to me if they have. So I'm learning, okay, pay attention to who's around me when I have nothing, and who's around me and who's helping me when I'm not nobody and everything. You know? Because you bet your ass you're going to experience 7 of Swords if you don't protect yourself. It's okay to be that bitch and cut the fuck shit out and hold people accountable for their fuck shit. Oh, okay, so it's my fault because you don't get a pretty princess situation, or it's my fault because I told you that if you did that, you were going to kill my horse, so now it's my fault if you lose your practice or you get sued. No. You take personal responsibility for your own actions. You think you know better and it went sideways. You think, it's all you want to place blame. You want to do, you give the same blessing to any one of them. They would handle it differently. Don't you worry about other people right now. When you receive this blessing, Spirit is making it very clear it is your blessing. We know how generous all of you are. We know how kind every one of you are, right? We know that you'll give your shirt off your back and all the time in the world to people. That's not the issue. The issue is, can you do those things for yourself? Can you protect yourself? Can you stand up for yourself? Can you give to yourself? Because a lot of you have been self-neglecting for far too long, whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And this blessing is coming in because Spirit knows what you've been doing even when no one else does. You give when no one else is looking. So you are getting the blessing. Just because someone looks like they're putting in more effort on paper doesn't mean they're putting more effort in spirit. Okay? You could have someone putting in all the work, but wishing ill on everyone around them. Why would the blessing go to that person? You could have put somebody who's put very little effort in on paper, but they have pure heart and blessings for everyone in their existence. And they get the blessing. The whole purpose is to get people to question why, so that they can learn that the power is in the spirit, not in their physical, tangible hands. You'll need more than Wikipedia. You're going to need like an actual statistical study. They've got research websites, and you have to pay like, I don't know, a tenner or whatever for the paper. Buy the paper, print it out. There's your evidence. You need like a legitimate document, or you need like a legitimate like veterinary thing. Wikipedia is not going to cut it in a court of law. I'm just saying. So don't go in with Wikipedia. Go in with actual papers, actual studies. Like, hey, it's been shown here, and here. They teach this in vet school. This is something that is well known in the horse community. I told her multiple times. So as far as I can see, this is an intentional kill. Because what other, is this severe neglect and ignorance? And if that's the case, she definitely doesn't deserve her practice. And if she did it out of vindictiveness and nastiness, well, she deserves to be fucking punished financially because she's punished me. But you can't use Wikipedia. Sorry. If you can't use Wikipedia in college, you can't use Wikipedia in the court of law. Doesn't matter. Look for the sources and go to the source. That's all I'm saying. Don't set yourself up for failure. Happiness is coming in. This is crazy. Wheel of Fortune again. Wheel of Fortune in the Chariot. Wheel of Fortune in the Chariot. The Tower. Wheel of Fortune in the Chariot. So whatever it is for whoever you are, persist through till the very end. Receive your blessing and hold on tight. And keep your mouth shut.